Okay, it's the first day of spring, and it's time to change my spark plugs. I have about 11,600 miles on the bike, and they haven't been changed yet. I bought these two stands, front and rears, from Competition Accessories for $188 delivered, and they're completely essential to have if you do any of the work on your bike yourself. Cleaning the tires, lubing the chain, changing the oil, it just makes life a lot easier. Okay, obviously you have to take the side panel off and the seat, and take the nut off of right here. Lose the 10mm, and then go to the other side and slide the pin out from the gas tank. And that's really the only thing that holds the gas tank secured to the frame. The front of the gas tank is held on by these little C cups underneath the gas tank that slide onto two thick rubber grommets, and it just locks itself in place. I'll show you a picture of it later in the video. Keep in mind at this point, don't start hogging back on the gas tank because the fuel line is connected to it, as well as the electrical lines to the gas gauge.
Well, it's loose, and it looks like you can get in there with a ratchet. It's going to be kind of tight, but we'll work with this. I'm going to try and prop the tank up a bit.
Also, I noticed that the hose clamp for the fuel line is off. It's down here. Now's a good time to check things like this and make sure everything is fastened the way it should be. I'll move this up to the top. Alright, I'm on the number 1 plug. Pull this guy out. My concern is going to be the two inboard cylinders. Either any of the shorter extensions, because the socket by itself won't reach the spark plug, but we'll figure it out. Let me get it. Well, here it is. Here's a 11,640 mile spark plug. Okay, so I was able to get a shorty extension in here along with the spark plug puller, and it's unplugged. The problem is, when you try and lift this up out of there, it hits the coil packs. So at this point, I'm going to do what the instructions say and lower the radiator. The radiator's loose, but I don't see how that's going to help me really. I took this cap off the coil pack here, and you see it's just like a spark plug wire. But now I can get the socket out. Now I'm going to break the spark plug loose, and then take the ratchet off, and then pull that out again. The problem I have here is that the rubber in that is not grabbing the spark plugs, so I have to do things the hard way as usual. After about a 10-minute struggle, I got number 2 plug out, and just managed to grab it with the threads of my fingernail, but pays to have the right tool for the job, I guess. Here's a new iridium plug that I got, and it's got a really small electrode, as you can see. Go ahead and gap them. I'm going to put it in at the number 1 and number 2 cylinders, and then start on the other side. Go ahead and connect the coil back up before I forget, because I don't need it off anymore. I can get to the number 1 plug this one. This connector seems to screw on with this cap, and pulls the wire tight in. foil. I used pliers getting off because it was really stiff. I marred it up with just plastic, but it sits underneath the tank anyway, so you don't see it. Let's put another one in. Okay, cylinders 1 and 2 have fresh spark plugs in it. Cables are seated properly. I actually started the bike with these two in it just to make sure I don't hear anything weird. When I put it back together, don't forget to put the thermostat cord back on your radiator or your fan won't turn on. Now we're going to switch to the other side of the bike and we're going to tear it apart.